All right, you guys, so I'm back today with another video. This is going to be something real quick and simple. Basically, this is going to be me repurposing some food or some ingredients. So I did a seafood boil the other day. So what I'm about to do is make some like seafood boil cakes, like similar to crab cakes, but kind of everything that would be in a seafood boil, but in a little patty form or whatever. So what I did, I took time and deshelled what I had left of some snow crab legs. So this is all the shells that's left here. This is the crab meat that I took out of the shell. This is some cooked shrimp that was left from the boil. I just did a rough chop on those. Those are the red potatoes. This was corn on the cob. I literally took the knife and just shucked the corn off the cob like that. We have some melted butter that I'm gonna put in. I have some fresh lemon, and keep in mind this is what I call like a test kitchen recipe or test kitchen dish. I've never done this before, so I'm just kind of, you know, going along freestyling and seeing how it turns out. So I have some Old Bay for seasoning, parsley, got some hot sauce, a little bit of like teriyaki sauce. I probably won't put much of that in there, just a little bit. We'll see. Kosher salt, pepper, and I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of powdered sugar. I know that may sound weird, but I recall I don't know where I seen it, that somebody was making like some blue crab empanadas or something, and they said that they put a little bit of powdered sugar like in the mixture, and something about that just gave it like a little something extra. So it won't be much, but just a little touch. So anyway, let me get into it. I'm gonna first go in, I think, with the melted butter. Put that over there. Squeeze of the fresh lemon. I think I seen a seed fall in there. I'm gonna get that out of there because I don't need nobody choking on nothing. Let me see. Yeah, I see it. Get that out of there. Okay. Oh, I threw it right back in. All right, there we go. So I'll go in with my seasonings. I'm gonna go in first with the Old Bay, and not a lot, just because you know you want it to be just nice and palatable. You don't want it to be like, oh God, like this is over seasoned. And keep in mind, these ingredients are coming from a seafood boil, so it's already been seasoned anyway. So you don't really have to heavily season this. The parsley is really just for color, to kind of, you know, make them pretty. And the potatoes, I'm going to like, what I'm thinking in my head when I kind of mix and mash the potatoes, that they're gonna kind of act as the binder to bind this all together. I'm adding in the pepper now. I may not have to add any eggs or whatever, but if I do, I will, because again, I'm just testing this out. I've never done this before, so sometimes that's how it is with cooking. That's hot sauce. You just kind of, you know, feel your way through it, and when you kind of know food, you know what adjustments you need to make to, you know, make it right. And that's that. So a little bit of that, and I'm just gonna go in with literally, like I said, just a little bit of this powdered sugar. Like this won't even be, yeah, that's not even like a full, I mean, I probably can do a little bit more than that, but I don't want it to be sweet, and it definitely won't be sweet with all this other stuff. I think it's just gonna add like a little, you know, something to make you be like, what's that? So I'm just kind of breaking up this corn a little bit. The only thing that's missing that is usually in a seafood boil, obviously, is like, you know, smoked sausage. But we didn't have any of that left over from the boil. That all got eaten, I think, the first day. So I'm just breaking up the corn right now so that it'll be like distributed evenly throughout. All right, so let me just kind of mash these potatoes a little bit. And I might need like something to act as a binder to really pull this together, because I don't think it's gonna be like moist enough to. And really what I should have done, I poured it out, I had some of the leftover like broth from the boil. That could have acted as a great binder if I would have poured that in here and also added flavor, because you know that broth from the seafood boil was very flavorful. So I really could have added that, but you know how it is. Like I said, hindsight is 2020. So I'm just, you know what? Let me get a fork. Get a fork to mash those potatoes up, yeah, so they can like really kind of help. Cause I'm just thinking in my head, if I have to do a binder, I'm thinking of maybe doing mayo, cause you know I know that is in crab cakes, so that's what I may do if I have to do a binder just to bring these together. And then I'm gonna once I get this mixture together, I am gonna like taste it just to see like where it's at. And if I need to add anything, so I'm just trying to get those potatoes mashed up in there. And it's gonna be full of crab meat. You see all that crab meat and stuff? And I think I'll probably put some more parsley in here because I want like more of the green color in there. Oh, and I could have put some garlic powder too. All right, let me see. Yeah, I might just need a bit of a binder just to hold it together. So I may just put like a tablespoon or so of mayonnaise just to like really bring the mixture together, so that when I form these into patties, it'll hold. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go off camera, get me some mayonnaise added to this. I'm gonna add more parsley and probably a little bit of garlic powder. Like I said, I'm gonna taste it just to see what it's tasting like and see what else I need to add. But stay tuned and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Off camera, I added some mayonnaise, like I said I was going to, just to help bind it together. I did add a little bit more of the powdered sugar. I also added garlic powder. I can't even talk. I've made one patty already just to kind of see how it was gonna be. And you just take them in your hand like this and just form them. You know, they don't have to be extremely big. Hopefully, they don't fall apart, but you know how that is when you're testing something out. You just kind of have to see how it's gonna go, and just see how it's gonna go, and you know, see like about that size. So if once I put them in there, if they seem like they're breaking up, then I know that I need to add probably a little bit more of a binding agent so that they don't, you know, fall apart, because we don't want that. We want them obviously to stay together because they're, you know, seafood boil cakes, not crab cakes. These have crab, shrimp, potato, corn. I think that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna continue to form these patties, and when I come back, you know, we'll be ready to go, and I'll be getting them into the frying pan. All right, y'all, so I got the patties all made up, as you can see. So a thought just came to me as I was forming them. What I'm gonna do is cover them with some plastic wrap and just put them in the freezer just briefly so that they can kind of set up before I you know, put them in the frying pan, so I don't have to worry about them falling apart and all that. So while they're in the freezer, I'm just gonna take some time to, you know, clean up my kitchen real quick, and then by the time I'm done doing that, they should be perfect and ready to, you know, hit the frying pan. All right, so I got the first two in the pan. You know, these are like my little test dummies, so I can kind of see how long they need to cook. I just put like a little bit of oil and butter in the pan and just got them sauteing. I'm thinking maybe like 3 minutes on each side. So we'll see. Cause I mean, mind you, everything is already cooked through anyway. You know, you just want it to like brown on both sides. So. All right, y'all, so it's actually the next day. Those two that I had in the pan in the last clip, they didn't do right. They needed to sit longer, like in the refrigerator, because I didn't put like a ton of like filler in these, like to really bind them together. So they really need that extra time in the refrigerator to hold together. So these 6 had the opportunity to actually sit in the refrigerator overnight. But I'm not gonna pan fry them. I'm actually going to bake them. So I have my oven preheated to 375, and then I'm just gonna let these go for like 15 minutes on one side, and then I'm gonna flip them and then do like another 10 minutes just until they're golden brown. So stay tuned.